Alright guys, today I'll be giving you my top 10 non-coasters I've been on. This can include dark rides, drop towers, flat rides, really just anything that's not a coaster. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the list. Number 10 is SpiderMan at Universal Islands of Adventure. Just really a world-class dark ride. You have so much good movement, a lot of good special effects like fire and water. I haven't been on it in a while, but I'll get back on it in less than a month. So, yeah, really excited to go back to Universal finally. But yeah, Spider-Man was an amazing ride. The movement was really intense. So overall, just really a full package for a dark ride, but not the greatest thing of all time still. Number 9 is Shockwave and Electro Spin at Canada's Wonderland and Carowinds. These are the two top scans I've been on, and they're really good flat rides, obviously, because they're on the list, but yeah, you get some great hang time at points and amazing laterals. The laterals are definitely underrated on this thing. Absolutely pins you to the side. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else to discuss on these ones. It's a pretty standard flat ride. Definitely, these two definitely don't seem as fast as like Skater on the European Fair Circuit or even Samurai. Like, yeah, it's definitely one of the slowest versions of the top scan, but that still being said, it's a phenomenal flat ride. Still made my top 10 non-coasters. So number 8 is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey at Universal Islands of Adventure as well. Another fantastic dark ride. This one having some really cool motion, like especially with the dragon scene. That is phenomenal. I wasn't a huge Harry Potter fan back then, and really not that big of a fan still, but yeah, I can appreciate the theming it has. Especially the facade is phenomenal. You gotta appreciate the castle, even if you know nothing about the books or the movies. So yeah, overall, really good dark ride. It's just dark rides aren't quite my thing. Number 7 is the REM Larson drop towers I've been on, being the ones at Waldemere, Cliffs Amusement Park, and Knoebels. Just, wow, these things shocked me the first time I went on one, which was actually at Cliffs. So, yeah, what are the odds? Yeah, these things, you get to the top, they're really small, and you can't see the top either because they block your view with something, and you just plummet. And it has one of the greatest gut punches on any ride, period. Yeah, Larson knows what they're doing with these drop towers. They're really small, but again, the fact that you don't stop at the top, you're just rising, and then all of a sudden you just shoot down, that really makes it extremely intense and one of my favorite drop towers. Coming in at number 6, I mean, yeah, these are my two favorite drop towers. One slightly ahead of the other, but they're similar enough I combined them. It's Zumanjaro at Great Adventure and Lex Luther at Magic Mountain. These are two Intamin drop towers, basically the same ride, but Zumanjaro just slightly taller and better in my opinion. They're both so good. Not quite as punchy as the Larson ones, but the free fall is so ridiculous, falling over 400 feet for that long. Yeah, you just put your arms out and fall, and yeah, it's one of the greatest moments on any ride, and especially if you could get a duel with either Superman or King Dakar, especially like if you get a perfect duel with King Dakar like I did. That ride was crazy. So yeah, definitely phenomenal drop towers, but at the end of the day, they're still drop towers. Number 5, this one hurts a lot. It's Bishroko Flyers, specifically Knoebels, and the now defunct Seabreeze Flyers. Yeah, this one stings a little, but you know, it's all right. I'll accept the fact that they're on their way out. It was a really old ride. Yeah, I love these things. If you know what you're doing, it's one of the most just ridiculous experiences ever. It always made people freak out like it was gonna snap. It does feel like it's gonna snap at times. It does. It's obviously not gonna, but again, you know exactly what you're doing, and this is one of the craziest thrill rides ever. Just getting the tubs bouncing up and down and stuff. You get some airtime at some points if you're good enough like me. Yeah, I love these things, and now there's one less in the world, so that really sucks. But coming in at number 4 is another ride that you have to be good at to really enjoy. It's Rocko Planes. At carnivals, at Sylvan Beach, Knobles, wherever. Yeah, these things are stupid. Like, if you've seen any of my videos on Rocko Planes, you know I set a record this past year at Sylvan Beach for 222 flips in one cycle. Because if you know what you're doing, which is, I honestly might make a tutorial video on this. I'm not going to spoil the technique in here, but yeah, if you know how to throw your weight around, it is just absurd. I don't even know how else to put it. Yeah, crazy inverting airtime every cycle. It's really dizzying. It's really repetitive, so that's why it's not my favorite flat ride, but at the end of the day, still 222 flips on one ride. I mean, it's got to be really high, and it obviously is. So starting off the top 3 is my favorite dark ride, this being Flight of Passage at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I mean, I'm a pretty big Avatar fan, but it's not just the fact that it's in Pandora. It's truly a work of art how it uses a simple simulator system and takes you through the world of Pandora and the banshees and everything, and uses all the smells and the senses. It's just a perfect simulator type ride, and I mean, that's how it got above like Rocko Planes and stuff, but at the end of the day, there's still 2 flat rides I gotta put ahead of it. One of those being number 2, Adonic Outlaw at Six Flags Great Escape. And the other boosters and skyscrapers I've done don't make it because those aren't even close to as good as this, in my opinion. Yeah, Adonic Outlaw is just absurd. You're getting crazy ejector airtime, backwards ejector airtime, like so high off the ground. Yeah, amazing. Like the ejector airtime eventually morphs into great hang time, and the sense of speed is incredible. Just feeling the wind rushing through your face as you fly like low to the ground on it is it is truly a phenomenal flat ride. I really had to decide between this and the number 1 spot. However, a couple weeks ago, I went to a place that has my new favorite flat ride. Doesn't even have any coasters, but number 1 is the Wonder Coaster at WonderWorks. This is a max flight simulator, and I bet a lot of people don't even know something like this exists, but oh my god, it's so good. It's like, it could not be my favorite if you get a certain mode, but if you just ask for like the highest level and you get the one with Beastie Boys, oh my god, that's genuinely a top 25 coaster for me if I'm counting it as a coaster, like better than rides like Storm Runner. Just wild inverted ejector airtime, because the way these arms work, it does not function like normal vertical loops and normal inversions. It just sends you flying. And again, with the music and the visuals of like the actual coaster on the screen, it's really a perfect simulator. It is wild, better than most coasters I've ridden, and definitely deserves the number 1 spot. But that's just my list. Let me know what you guys thought of this video down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.